more hidden alleyways and passageways and courtyards. Keep watching third-rate content. Yeah, just making our way down to the start of our Streets of Shrewsbury video today. Just thought to stop here at Warwick House. Beneath the plaster of Warwick House is a fine 17th century building. Up until the 1940s it was a private house, but it was converted into a hotel. It was run until the early 1960s by H. Bradbury, when it was sold in 1961 to a London development company who actually wanted to demolish the building and put in what I imagine would have been a really classic 1960s showroom. Thankfully, it was protested at and the building was saved. So welcome back to Third Rate Content. Today we're going to be exploring more passageways and courtyards, hidden courtyards and passageways in Shrewsbury. You'll notice my voice isn't 100%, but it's better than it has been. I'll tell you about it while we're making the video. So buckle up and I'll see you out here. Yeah, so today's video we're starting off just off St. John's Hill here. You've got the site of the old, we're starting off today's video here, just on Belmont. We're gonna have a bit of a walk up Belmont and then see what else we can find. We'll just have to keep going till my voice gives out, because today is a bit of an experimental video. I haven't been able to talk for a lot of this week, and this is the best I've been. I had a lot planned for this week I had off, but you know, the best laid plans are mice and men and all that. Although I don't know many mice, or know of many mice that make plans. So if anyone would like to explain that saying, please feel free to comment. And we're going to go and look at the main feature, really, of today's video. Yeah, I love this detail on the gateway on the way in. Yeah, this fine old building in the Morris Hall here in the school. Yeah, so the building that preceded this fine structure was known as Owen's Mansion, which would have been built in 1525, I think. Actually, it was 1582. Don't listen to that last statement. Yeah, I always thought Morris Hall was named after the Morris family. Obviously very famous in Shrewsbury, but it's not. It was actually named after the architect of this building, J.K. Morris. Yeah, the actual Bellstone, where Bellstone and all Bellstone Hall gets its name. It was actually thought to be an Ice Age rock that made its way down here from Cumberland, people think, or Cumbria, and came to rest here and was used as a boundary stone for years. It was also mentioned by Alfred Watkins in his Old Straight Track book about ley lines. So J.K. Morris built Morris Hall sympathetically with the buildings around Shrewsbury. So you had almost two phases. It looked like there was two phases of the building going on here. But it was actually a thoughtful reproduction. Everything was thought about, including the brick sizes on both phases of the building. Yeah, and the multi-tones or colours of the bricks was done sort of on purpose. They were just picked out randomly to give that finish. Nice coins on the corner there, cornerstones. Yeah, and the brick sizes for both sections were authentically made. Look at that chimney stack. I think you can get that a good view of it today, but it's there. Yeah, the Morris Hall is available to hire out. You get things like record fairs here, weddings, other sort of things you can hire buildings for that you can imagine. So you got the 14th century, and then a building added to it 2 centuries later. But it didn't really, it just looks like it, thanks to J.K. Morris. Yeah, apparently these walls, the red sandstone ones either side of the steps, were once in the garden of, get ready for it, Charles Darwin. So we're just coming out from the Morris Hall area, making our way up Bellstone to Claremont Hill. They got this iconic building on the corner, Claremont Hill. Yeah, I had about 4 videos planned to do this week, but as I'm not going to moan about it for too long, but you can hear my throat's a bit croaky. I had a really bad cough, I couldn't talk for 2 days, and I wasn't feeling very well, so it didn't happen. But we're out here getting one done and seeing how we feel and seeing how the voice holds up. Could have been there. That'd be a steal today. Got the pins there. Keep the structure. And you've got this sort of 1960s development just randomly in here. Nice balconies though. Hi there. Does anyone know what this means? BOFS. Okay, got evidence of changes here. I don't know when these would have happened. There's some really old stones in use here. Goodness knows when they were first used. More old stones being used. Very old leaded windows. Yeah, and the last passageway of today, Draper's Court. Look at this. Wow. Tucked away. Third-rate content cliche coming up. They're old. Yeah, and the name of this place, Draper's Court, does show the significance of the Drapers Guild all over Shrewsbury, and it continues to do good works right up to the present day, the Drapers Guild. Yeah, St Chad's in the background there. We hear a lot about old St Chad's, but there's new St Chad's. So thank you for watching to the end of today's third-rate content. The voice held up in the main part today, and you won't have to hear me moan about it anymore. Hopefully by the time we do our next video it will be completely recovered. But it's been another interesting, fun one. Glad we got out and got one checked off, because I didn't want to run out of content going into the new year. This, I imagine, will be released in the new year, even though it was recorded on the 24th of December. But I hope you had a lovely new year. I might have done a video in between, but we're moving onwards and upwards into 2023. So, third rate content, sign out, bye bye.